Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope everyone's well. I know Nikki was in early. Scott, Logan, and Tommy J. I think that's all it's here. A bunch of people are walking and stuff. Bobby and Maui, and they let me know, which is cool. Anyway, busy day for me today. Anyway, so we'll see. Maybe half hour, maybe 45 minutes, maybe an hour. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I got to get. I got to clean the pond. I've got to move a bunch of stuff. I'm hoping that the brother shows up and his helper that is painting. Move the barbecue upstairs. Move the pizza oven upstairs. The table. I'm gonna bring the little refrigerator deal that I've got up there to hold all the stuff that's gonna go on the pizzas. And then I've got to go to Macro. I said clean the pond. That's gonna be a 2 hour ordeal because I'm gonna break everything down anyway. Macro to get all the stuff, the chicken. I already ordered. I got Bullseye barbecue sauce, which I haven't even opened it up. I ordered it on Lasada. It came. Everything that I needed came. The peels, the little 12-inch round ones, which are going to be perfect. I got 3 of those to actually make the pizzas right on there, slide them in, and done. So my wife just wants thin crust deals, but I'll make a couple of thicker ones anyway. But then I got to go to Macro, get all the stuff, mozzarella, Parmesan, the tomatoes that I'll make the sauce with, the chicken, everything that I need. So that'll be a little while. Charcoal I got to pick up on the way home, and I don't know. There's something else. Oh, and clean the trailer. So we'll see. We'll see how things go. Yeah, exactly. I've got a whole mask. I showed you the mask on there. We cleaned the front pond, and I imagine that would have the same type stuff in it. He actually got in the water. You have to get in the water there to break down the one. It's kind of a pain. I didn't design that very well. But anyway, we did that one and didn't have any problems. So it's really weird. But I do have the mask, and I might man up and have to do it without the deal, because what I'm going to try to do is not touch my eyes or do anything like that, and I'll probably clean it and see if I'm in misery. And I'll tell you, man, it's a big step to man up and do that, because it's painful for about 3 hours. It's excruciating, and that's even with taking a little pain pill. So we'll see. Hey, yeah, the to clean that deal, all I did was slide that tray out, hit it on the wall. The little bit of ash that was left went out. Took a brush, brushed out the inside. It took like 3 minutes to clean that oven. That was it. It just popped out and boom, it was clean. It was done. Flipped the stone over because it got a little bit. One of the ones not having that peel really made it a pain in the ass to get that second pizza in there, and I made it too big too. So we're gonna see. My wife wanted it. I rolled out 6-ounce deals, and it's just a little bit shy. If I roller pinned it, well, like the way that she wants it, I probably could get away with 6 ounces. But I'm gonna do the 8. If I've got to take a little bit away from the 8-ounce balls, I'll do that. But let's see what is interesting. Oh, let me show you. There's only a few here, but I'll show you the entryway. There's it's almost done. They had to break it back out. My wife noticed on here that they had put this decorative, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tile deal or whatever it was, in wrong. And so they did that and then had to put it back. So I guess the painting's pretty much done. I think most of the tile in the living room and entryway and all that is done. I'll get probably some more pictures tonight and see what it's like. But that's kind of cool. I can't remember, 5,000 baht, I think, for those for that little deal. But I think it kind of makes the entryway. I think it was Maui that said it almost looks like a rug, which it does kind of. you know, because it's just a beige tile, and the reason that it's beige is because it was the cheapest that my wife could find. She was, excuse me, she was being quite frugal. I like the white tile better, but that was, believe it or not, almost double the price. And like I said, we were trying to keep that down, but I think by the time I back everything out, and like I said, I'm going to back the stuff out that I don't think should be in there, but I'm still going to have it in there. In other words, I'm not going to just throw it aside and say, "Oh, we didn't have to spend that." Hey, Maui, how you doing? Hey, Andy, thanks for coming by. Appreciate it. Um, it'll still be in there, just won't be in the price. Like a lot of this stuff, you know, the driveway even. I mean that isn't actually part of the you know, of the build of the house per se. But we'll see. It'll be in an itemized. But I still think without the driveway, the raising of the land, the well, um, a few little other things that you wouldn't really need to do if you were building the house. And I'm going to leave in some of the stuff. But I think it's going to be 1.6, 1.7. So, and I think by the time with everything in there, it's going to be right under 2 million. So I don't even know what is that. I noticed that I'll give you guys the update on it. The where is it? The bot is getting weak, or is the dollar getting stronger? I don't really know, but I think it was 35.5 when I checked this morning. And what's really weird is gold was going up. So it's usually that. Yeah, 35.5 is what I have on there, if you can see that. So maybe it'll go up a little more. I really don't know. But the oh, I don't know, why was I saying that? What was I going towards? Houses. Yeah, really fast, man. It thanks, Andy. It way faster than I thought. Like I said, there it's kind of, I don't know if they're using less people or what it is. I think I owe them about, they just transferred 90,000 bot towards the labor part of it yesterday, and I think they got about maybe, I don't know, maybe 100 left, right around that. And like I said, the labor on the whole thing was like 450 or something like that. I'll have that breakdown also on the labor. Um, but really, hey Ralph, how you doing? Thanks for excuse me, thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. But they might only have like maybe 5 or 6 people. I don't really know. We're gonna go a week from tomorrow. Tomorrow we're having a little pizza deal, and I don't think. I know Bobby said he was listening. You guys are cutting out for Bangkok, but if you're around tomorrow, Andrew's coming, and there's only going to be maybe, I don't know, 6 or 7 family members. So if you guys want to stop by tomorrow, by all means, just drop in. We'll have barbecue chicken and pizza. So, but a week from tomorrow we'll go. So I'm imagining, though, even the way that they're going, even if they're only the way, what they've done in 3 days on the living room and entryway, they probably got about that 3 or 4 days for the rest of the house. I'm going to say the floors are going to be mostly in, and it's probably, at least on the inside, is going to be painted, and they'll probably have the hood up and the cooktop in, and that kind of stuff. So we'll see. Yeah, our dollar size is it? I don't know. I never checked. I never check anything but U.S. I probably ought to. Hey, Nanette, how are you? Thanks for coming in. If you guys aren't subscribed, please subscribe. Hello, Nanette. So I don't know. Like I said, I think that from what I've seen, they are to get to here, and I think it's mostly done in the kitchen and living room area, except down the board, you know, those cut tiles that they're going to have to put down the sides. They're probably pretty much done with that today, and that would have been like 3 days, I think. Maybe, yeah, 3 days. So if they've got both the bedrooms. I'm going to say by the time we get there in a week, the floors are probably going to be 99%, and the painting inside should be done. Um, he did do a little. I don't think it showed much in the video. I only brought up that one, this one. He sent a little video, 4-second video of the deal, and then she had some where they showed them having to break it up because they didn't put it in correctly. Yeah, they didn't understand it, and what my wife did was she had pictures of where it was in Taiwazadu. Is that where we got it? I think, or Global House. I can't remember. Um, uh, she had a picture of it. So what my wife did was print out the picture of it, cut it into squares, and then move the squares around for them to see. Because at first they go, "No, it's right. We didn't do anything wrong. It's right. It's right." My wife's going, "No, no, no," and so she did it that way. She's pretty smart, my wife, and showed them. They said, "Oh, okay," and they weren't. I'm sure they weren't ecstatic that they had to break it up, because I mean, you break one of those tiles and that's pretty much shot. But I think it was like 5. So what is that? 30, 60, 90, 100, 20, $150, something like that, $160, which I think is reasonable. And again, it's all relative, right? I know I've said a couple of times that I wasn't going to buy a Harley. But I think, I'm getting old, getting closer to dying. And I think I want to die with a V twin by my by my side. So I might. I haven't. I got to run it by my wife, but I did find one, not exactly, but I think price wise and what I wanted, except for the 6-speed. It's an 06, so it's got a 5-speed in it. But like I said, I used my 08. I used the 80 miles an hour is when I kicked into 6 gear. So 120 I think is 70. I'm not going to go any faster than that, so I'm just going to cruise if I do. But I'll show you a little deal on it. It's a let's see, hold on, let me go here, let me start this. It's street glide. It's basically like their classic, although I think it's a little bit stretched out. I dig the height of the bars. It's not that far from here. It's in Konkin, so I can actually go see it. And he's very flexible on the price. We haven't really hammered each other on a price. I don't want to do that till I am 100% that I'm going to get it. I don't want to jack anybody around. But very very clean, very nice bike. Guy seems really nice. So we'll see. But, let me see. They had and it's definitely. I got to talk to the guy because I didn't ask him, but I'm believing that it's definitely got a cam in it. I can tell by the one I'm going to try to bring up now. It's definitely Lopi. Definitely got a cam. It's got a Screaming Eagle cover on the carburetor, and I'm guessing it does. And from what I can see, they might be Screaming Eagle heads. If anybody knows anything about Harley Davidson, their Screaming Eagle is their high performance stuff. So, but definitely like the way it sounds. And I don't know, man. I'm kind of I don't know. Um, I can't afford to get it, so that's not an issue. But like my wife said, well, I said, I've never lost money on a bike that I've ever bought in my whole life. From a Honda 90 when I was 10 years old or whatever it was, when I had it and rode it to junior high school at 12 or whatever you are, and parked it in the bike racks, and then was greeted by my mother coming into the classroom, and they escorted me out and made me remove it, and they wanted me to push it home, and my mom was smiling. Even she knew that wasn't going to happen, and I didn't even get it completely out of the bike racks before I started it and hauled ass. And it had a 3/4 inch galvanized pipe for a pipe. So it was louder than hell. But anyway, I never lost money on one, and I think I can get this one for right around 500, which I think is a real good price. And I think about my wife's kind of, well, because I said, you're going to get it when I croak, just sell it, do it. Well, what happens if I can't get? I said, well, anything's anything's better than nothing, right? So she's looking at it like she'd rather. It's typical anybody. She's typical normal person. I don't even want to say Thai person. Typical normal person. She'd rather have the money sitting in a bank account, but I don't know. I'd rather have it right out there that if I wanted to go out and pop and go for a ride over to Buriram for an hour each way and have a sandwich and come back, I could do it. So I'm kind of liking it. I haven't looked at any of the comments. So let me go back and, I see that Ted's here. Sorry, Ted. You're probably gone by now. If you guys aren't subscribed, please do me a favor and subscribe. Good channel, good guy, good family. I like his channel a lot. So, how you doing? Glad you can make it. He wants like right around 560, I think, or 550. But he said he's flexible on the price once I'm serious. And like I said, I don't want to sit there and try to hammer him and then decide that's not the one I want. But it looks perfect. He said it's really clean. He said he hardly rides it anymore. He said he did for a while. And he says it's damn near in perfect condition. Like I said, the only thing that the bigger cubic inches doesn't really, I don't care. It's plenty big enough to what it is. And the 5-speed's fine. But that would be the only thing that I would say that I would have liked to have is that 6 gear, just in case. But it'll keep me from doing 80. I don't need to do 80. I don't need to do 60. I just want to cruise, man. But that sound, like this sound, it just, there's something about it. Don't get me wrong. I still dig my Forza, but I don't know. There's just something about that loping sound that just brings back memories and everything else. It's yeah, I think so, right? I think so. And the guy seems like he's a good guy. I just got to pull the pin, My wife's not going to be happy. I know she's not. But I'm going to be 67 years old. I mean, the little bit of joys in life that I've got left. Look at what did Jimmy Buffett go out 10 years from now? And that's probably, if I can live to be between 75 and 80, 80 would be nice if I'm still functional. I'm not not a mess. I don't know. It would put a smile on my face, even if I go out there and just ride it once a week. The biggest thing is I got no room here, and that's what my wife's biggest bitch is. So, I've got I got the Scoopy. I had the Wave. The Wave went to the to Ubon. I got the CT 125, the Himalaya, the Forza, and now it'd be the Harley. And I was still talking. I like that bike that Maui got, the that infield Meteor. I think is an awesome bike. But I mean, I got to draw the line. I got to draw the line somewhere. Hey, Andrew, how you doing? Mel says they're just cold and needs choke pulled out. That could be. No, it's loping. It's got it. Definitely. I would be really surprised if he told me it didn't have a Screaming Eagle cam in it. It's got a perfect lope to it. Because it sounds exactly like what mine does. So let's see. Sounds like misfire. Yeah, I guess it kind of does, doesn't it? But I don't know. Like I said, I miss it. I do. I went out and went to the 361, the place that Bobby did the video on, him and Andrew and their better halves went to and had the steak, and it was good. We went last night. Me and Noisy came home from work. We jammed up there. But during the day, I wanted to check out, and in case anybody's interested, that freaking, I'm going to do another video on it. I didn't have my camera with me. That Apple or that CarPlay deal, it's Android and Apple, whatever, is freaking awesome. I got these. I should have showed you those. I suggest getting a good set of earbuds. Then I put my phone. You put it in your pocket, whatever it is. It automatically links up just like you would if you guys have one in your car. But what I liked about it, on its full brightness, I've got it right here. I can see it perfectly in the middle of daylight. It's got a little hood on it, not much, but I can see it absolutely perfectly. Just glancing at it, not even have to take my eyes off the road, and I can see exactly where I'm going. On my phone, I had to get down and try to look. It was a pain in the ass. Plus, it was dangerous just doing it. And for that amount of money, and like I said, if you have a USB, which most people do because they want to charge their phone, they want to do whatever they want on the bikes, it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, if you want to be truthful about it, out of the box on the bike, and you're down the road. To set up, it's easy to set up. A little bit, I should say, easy to get it set up. It's a little bit harder to figure out. Of course, I'll show it in the video on how to get the earbuds Bluetooth to the actual device, and then it's also paired Wi-Fi through the phone. So you're getting all your information from the phone into the CarPlay, and then the actual sound is coming out of there. And I can adjust the volume. You can do it on the screen too. I think it's freaking awesome. And like I said, what I like about it is I ordered. Let me see if I can show you guys this. No, I can't. That figures. Anyway, the little ball mounts and everything, I ordered 2 of each so I could put it on the 125 and I can put it on the Himalaya. So they have a USB. So all you do is boom, the whole thing's off. Take the power cord out, go over, plug it into the bike, put it on there, tighten it on the ball, and you're away. 3 minutes, you're on another bike. So one device on anything that you're driving, and you don't need it on every one of them unless you're cloned or something. So, excuse me, I'll do a video on it. Hey Kenny, Paradise in Thailand. I missed it. I rode my. Yeah, I mean that's all we had when we were kids was 4 speeds. You got a 5-speed. Holy crap! You were one of the upper echelons. But definitely, it's not going to be a problem. But if you guys aren't subscribed, if you are already to their channel, it'll just go through to that one. But by all means, please do that. And I show this. Hey Johnny, are you still here? I think you are. Let's see. Let me show this real quick, just mainly for Kenny. This is by the time we're going, I'm doing a pizza party tomorrow. But by the time that we go a week from tomorrow, I think they're going to have the inside of the house pretty much 99%. Looks like they're doing a great job on the floor tile. This was yesterday. Took them 3 days to get all the kitchen area, except for the cut tiles down the side. So I'm imagining by the time we go on a week from this Saturday, they'll be done. And then they'll just have like bathroom stuff and plumbing and the air conditioners. I'll probably bring the air conditioners this time when I go. I'll load them in the back of the truck. And pretty awesome. I like that. My wife picked out that, like I said, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 tile little deal. It was about $5,160. And I think it makes the entryway, it breaks it up, because I wasn't too hip on the beige tile, but the reason my wife got it is because she was being frugal. It was half the price of the white tile that I liked, and I'm in total agreement with her now. Uh, I think it looks just fine. And like I said, trying to keep that price down. And like I said, the actual build of the house, not the raising the land, not putting in the well, not putting in a landing strip of a driveway and covered parking and all that. It's going to be 1.6, 1.7, and then right under 2 for everything. And that's going to include refrigerator, couch, dining room table, whatever on the walls, beds, a couple of TVs. That'll include all that. But I'll have that full breakdown because I know that Kenny's going to be semi interested in it. Hey, Paul, how you doing? Glad you could make it again. If you guys would please subscribe. Hey, what's up? How you doing, Craig? Uh, let's see, but really, really happy with everything that is going on out there. And then I'll kind of, since there's a bunch of people popping in, I'll go over and show you. This is the one bike that I'm kind of interested in and might get. I still don't know, but it's a '06, and I kind of like it. It's in Conken, so it's not real far. So if I make the decision, I think the price is right. Although I haven't completely talked to him. He's willing to do a little bit of wheeling and dealing, and but I told him I don't want to do that until I am 100% sure and on my way to come and take a look at it, and then we can see, and it'll go in my I could put it in my name, but a hassle when I croak, when I die, I I don't want anything to be a hassle for my wife, and then this is the one this is the one I like. How come it's not? Did it switch over? Yeah. How come it's not? How come it's not? Oh, Panza. Gotta love that sound, right? Am I just sick, or am I just a biker from old school? I could I could listen to that and go to sleep. Uh, definitely, definitely like that. Hey, traveler, how you doing? Glad you could make it. Oh, I need to go back. Stop that, but it's on a loop. How you doing, traveler? Hope everything's well. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's perfect, man. I think it's perfect. And then since I can't get to Thailand, I'm thinking about buying an airplane. There you go. Yeah, flyover. And in case anybody had missed, this is they're almost done with the tile and painting. We're going. I'm having a pizza party tomorrow here for some family and friends, and then a week from tomorrow we'll go out there, and I'm going to say they're going to be 95% done with the inside. Tile will be down. They'll probably be setting toilets and sinks and all that kind of stuff. So doing a great job. I got no complaints, man, for the price that. And like I said, if you just went out and wanted to build yourself even a fairly good size 2 bedroom, 2 bath, a nice living room, nice kitchen, to maybe an outside Thai kitchen and a patio and all that kind of stuff. Man, I gotta say you're gonna be in the 30,000. I don't even know what would that be? What's 30,000 baht? And again, like I said, it's pretty much all relative, to the size, but I'm going to guess that would be probably pretty close times 35. Right around 1 million. So I don't know. I think, I don't know. I love Thailand, right? Gotta love Thailand. So we'll see. But I don't know. Like I said, on the bike, um, pieces of everything. But I did notice that the dollar is getting stronger, and that doesn't. Andy said that's not doing you Aussies any good. I guess your dollar isn't too strong against it, but it's up to like 35.5. Um, so I know that I think it was Tim or something in our little side chat deal was put out something saying that Wise is like quadrupling their fees or something to bring money into Thailand. Anybody know anything about that? I don't use Wise. They charge me 1 baht, if I through Chase, and it if it's 35.5, I can go on there right now and click on it, and it'll say that what it'll give me, and it holds that price for like 20 minutes till I decide to transfer it at 34.5. So I lose 1 baht. Now, if you're transferring $100,000 or something, it'd probably be quite a bit of money. But I had problems with that Wise. They for some reason they gave me the account and all that, and then all of a sudden they sent me an email saying, no, sorry, I don't know why. And I never pursued it because I didn't really give a shit. But I don't know. Yeah, you guys did, right? That's what Andy was saying. Yeah, Shane, how are you? Glad you could make it. If you guys aren't subscribed, please subscribe. I'd appreciate it. If you guys ask me a question, put it back up because I was rambling again. I think right after I had said hello to Uncle Craig, I started to ramble. But I used to look for 6 gears. Yeah, I don't know. Like Ralph's saying, I used to look for 6 gears here in the States. Yeah, did I like having that, or do I like having that on the '08 in the States? Yeah, it's kind of cool. But when I was riding that bike, I was pushing the limits and stuff. So we were going 90, 95, sometimes 100. But here in the States, I mean, in Thailand, exactly like what you said, Rob, I don't see any reason for it. I got a notice from Wise rates are going up, but they did not tell me how much. Somebody had said like 4 times the amount or something to bring money into Thailand. Why? I don't know. You might want to definitely check it out, which I'm sure that you will. Good morning. But you guys are getting close, right? Is it October or am I screwed up? Is it next month you're coming? I think it's next month. But I have been known to, forget things. Let's see. But I can do all the maintenance required, so that helps with costs. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, because I know my buddy's into that. I don't know if I told you about my friend. He is one of the people, and he just sold his business. He had it for years and years and years. His dad was the helicopter pilot for the cops in L.A. area, and his mom was a bigwig with the FAA, and he's the only one for magnetos for one of these small planes and stuff. He's the only one that knows how to rebuild them to where they last more than 1 hour or something. I'm exaggerating. I don't know if he disclosed that secret to the people that bought the company from him, but he had repaired. He went from that and a lot of smaller aircraft stuff over the years. He's had the business, I want to say 25 years, and all male stuff. So he moved out of the San Fernando Valley and moved up to Northern California, Shaver and Lake, and he would fix like their toasters and their intercom deals and on the bigger aircrafts. And they had to FAA had to come in, every periodically and make sure the place was all on the up and up. But I remember him; he had planes. His family did, obviously, and that was the part. He was a mechanic too on one. In fact, you might know he was tied into, if you're into aircraft, which I guess you are, the Rare Bear in the races, the air races in Reno. He was on their crew thing, but he could do that too. But I know it's expensive as heck to do upkeep on aircraft. But that I went and watched twice. I think I went to Reno. That was really something to see. If you guys have never seen the air races, Reno air races, even if you look on YouTube or something, it's these guys are insane, really. The guys that are that class. I had another friend that raced the what was he in? It was a specific one of the older style, and I can't remember the name of it. He raced it. He did well too. 1st of October, my update video is getting posted about 5 p.m. time. All right, cool. 1st of October. Wow. So you're less than a month away. That's awesome. You guys got to both be excited, I'm sure. And then we'll have to. I'll definitely look you up one way or the other when you get here, and take a maybe I'll take a ride out that way. I'd like to. That's another thing too with me getting the bike. It isn't so much that my wife doesn't want me to have the bike, is that she knows that I'll ride more, so she doesn't want me riding. She wants me to live like forever, and I'm like, no way. Yeah, they are, aren't they? I mean, it's something to see. And this, I didn't know anything about planes or anything except for what through my friends. And he worked at Van Nuys Airport in the San Fernando Valley for a long time. And I think the building he was in is now like the Learjet mechanics or something. I don't know. But when I went to see it, this thing is like sitting on a bomb. The whole belly of this plane is nitrous. The whole belly, everything in there. And he's sitting right on top of these giant cylinders of nitrous. And I'm just going, oh my man, they got stones really big. And I forget the guy's name. He was really I met him a couple of times, really a nice guy. He was obviously in the service, but he I forget his name now. But anyway, if you are, yeah, yeah, that was like they were one of the top ones. And I'm talking, God, over 15, 20 years ago was when probably over 20 years ago when I went. I don't even know. I'm imagining they still run. I don't know. He doesn't do it. He did it for back then. He did it 2, 3, 5, whatever, 10 years. I don't know how long he was on their crew, but it was something to see, man. I'll tell you. I was definitely glad that he had talked me into coming out there and spending a 3-day weekend or whatever we went for. It was awesome. Plus, I'd never been to Reno. Reno was a kick too. We had a good time there too. Yeah, definitely. I'm kind of interested on. Did you get any more prices on building? I know you said that the guy was revamping his price. Maybe that's going to be in your video. So if it's going to be in your video, don't feel obligated to answer. I must slow. Yeah, he had a Bonanza. Bonanza is what he had, and I flew that. We used to go back and forth to Lake Havasu. Everybody be pulling the boats and stuff. We'd get in there an hour and a half. I can't remember. It wasn't that long, and the ride was like 6 hours in the car. So we'd be there already drunk and 3 sheets to the wind by the time they got there. But he was always really strict. Like when the day before we were going back, he didn't drink at all that day or night, and went. So they were really took it seriously. But it was fun, man. I kind of dug it. It was something to definitely something. I think he got rid of the Bonanza, and I think his son has a little Piper or something. It was actually his grandfather's, and grandma and grandpa, our grandpa passed away, and he kind of inherited it, and he wanted to take me up in it. his dad was quite a character. He would take people up and do. I mean, he was like a stunt pilot. Besides flying the helicopters and planes, barrel rolls and flips and stalls and all sorts of stuff. I'm glad I probably didn't go. I probably would have embarrassed myself. Hey guys, what's up? Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. Saying hi to everyone. I'm thinking it's going to be. We're gonna go probably the week after next. So what is that? Let me look at some dates. Good question, Tommy. A lot of people are interested in that, and I am. I want to get out and do some more stuff, and it'll probably be a little lake up by the about an hour from here. I've looked at a long time ago. Let me go over to here. Okay, so we're going to go on the 15th. It's probably going to be the week of the 18th or the 25th, the end of this month. Either the second to last week or the last week. And I got to do some stuff with that today. Get it all ready to go. It's pretty much ready to go right now. We did take the truck last night to that 361. If you guys are in Surin, I would definitely suggest that. They have a barbecue. I don't know what you call it, hot pot barbecue. I don't know, whatever, but that has beef and everything. They raise their own beef, and if you see the ad that they have there, it's really nice. $3.99. So what is that? 400. So it's 3, 6, 9, 12, $15, something like that. Somebody can enlighten me. It looks really good, and I will do a video on that when I go. I was going to ask the people in there and show them with Bobby's listening, show them your video, but I never got around to it. And my wife ordered a pizza. God knows why. She wanted to try it, and she liked it. It was okay, but the steak was great, and her salmon steak was excellent. What did I get with mine? I didn't. They offer 2 sides, vegetables and French fry. No, vegetables and mashed potatoes, or salad and French fries. And I asked, can I have? And the salad's only this big. Next time I'll actually get a salad. But I asked them if I could have the salad and the mashed potatoes, and they said yes. So really nice people. I tipped them extremely well. They were happy. It cost 2,000 baht to go. It was 1,800, and granted, it would have been. I think the pizza was a couple hundred baht, maybe 250 or something. So it would have been about 15, something like that. And I think Bobby said he had his steak like just same as I had, and I think Jai had a hamburger, and I don't know what they had for drinks, but we had 2 smoothies that were 90 baht each, strawberry smoothies that were excellent, and I had an extra 2 sugar-free Cokes or whatever, Coke Zero. So I think Bobby's was, I think he said 1,200 in his video. If you guys haven't looked at that video, go to Time to Get Going's channel and look up the 361. He went to the ranch too. Like I said, they raise their own cattle. I'll be back in Thailand in December. Cool. We'll have to meet up. I want to try to do something. Maybe we'll try to do something in December. I don't know when Jake's coming. I know Johnny's here now. I'd like to have people, do a little get together somewhere. Andy, take it off. All right, Andy. Thanks for and if I didn't say it, please subscribe to Andy's channel, his YouTube, and his I always forget the name of Instagram. And Andy does a great job on documenting his trips throughout Southeast Asia. Yeah, there's actually a place in town here called the Slive. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's a good hotel. It's right across from the government hospital. They've got very decent hamburger and American food. They got pasta, lasagna, and they got all sorts of Thai food. But they actually have a good garden salad, and it's big, and it's 100 baht, $3, something like that. You can get it with chicken, like 360, 350, 350, 150. They really have good salads. Now, it looked like they did. They gave me a nice little salad, but it was like that big. But they had a Caesar for 130 baht or 50 baht or something. So next time I go, I'll get that. And I want to say that the T-bone was like 800, and I think the salmon was 350, the salmon steak. I don't know, but it's something that we'll go to once a month. So it's not not crazy. But next time, thanks, Scott. Appreciate that. Uh, it's we'll go there once a month, and that should be plenty. But she already wants to bring. She wanted to bring mom and dad last night, and I said, I'd like to go have a meal with my wife. So we we went and did that, and I told her when the kids come, we'll take them. She goes, I want to. She when we were walking out of the place, I want my mom and dad and the kids to come here. And I know why. They've never experienced anything like that in their life. Which is what I want them to do. So that's what I will do. But also, I did the middle of October. I did schedule the. I had such a good time when we went to Ko Chang with the niece, the two kids, the niece, me and Nitnoy and my mother and father-in-law. They had an absolute ball at Serenity in Ko Chang. So I did book the 2-bedroom with the rooftop plunge pool, jacuzzi, whatever you want to call it, overlooking the water there. And if you've seen any of the videos that I have out, or if you get a chance to check out a Serenity Ko Chang video, by all means, it's a great place. And there to stay there, that's actually where I met Tim, T&W and Udon. He was there with his wife and actually came up and did a live stream on the roof with me. And that's the first time that I met him. Hey, Ann, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Let's see. Whole day will be in Pattaya. Not sure what I'm doing. No end. Yeah, and I'll probably gonna come that way. I could. That's where I think that if I do any kind of a thing where I said let's meet up, it's gonna be there, because I think that's close to where. First of all, most people, even if they're in Bangkok, they can jam over to John Tiem or Pattaya. Most of the people are going to go to Pattaya if they haven't been here, or even if they have. Like Daz is coming back. Daz keeps his condo year round and travels back and forth in Pattaya or John Tiem. I don't know. But there's a lot of people. I think that'd be a perfect spot. And I don't expect people to come to Surin. Yeah, I really enjoy it there. Hey, Baldy, how you doing? Glad you could make it. I really like it. I know that's one of Chuck's and Paige's favorite spots, and in fact, I know that they're going to go there sometime in the near future. But I think after they go on their cruise, which sounds awesome. But I like it, and that resort you can stay there. The 2-bedroom, whatever it is, chalet. I don't know what you call it. It's a freestanding building, and living room, TV, 2 bedrooms, and a kitchen, and 2 bathrooms. The kitchen, makes the whole thing. You don't need to get breakfast there. I mean, my mother-in-law will cook it. She was ecstatic because the people would walk through with styrofoam ice chests on what they got that day: crab, shrimp, fresh right out of the water. And she'd buy every morning once she found that out. And my father-in-law likes to throw the net. We brought Toby, the little dog, and Toby'd running up and down the beach with him. It was just a epic time, great time. So I said, let's do it again. Of course, my wife, expensive. I said, yeah. To me, 7 days, that deal, because I tried to explain to her when me and this one, we went to Hawaii numerous times and cruises and stuff like that. And pretty much the budget back then was right around $2,000 just for the trip, wherever we were going. 2,500, 2,200, whatever, even on cruises or whatever back then. But this one here, it's 7 nights, 7 days, whatever it is, and $780 US, for a 2-bedroom place, and the water's right there on the beach. I mean, it's crazy. But like I said, it's all relative. I don't, it's a lot of money it's almost 30,000 bahts, 27 something, whatever it was. That's, my wife doesn't make that in a month. It'll take her a month and a half to to make that. She makes good money. So somebody just working as a laborer take them, 3 months to get that. So I don't try to play it down, but to me, that's a good price to go in for a week. So we'll see. Of course, it's going to cost more money for food and all that kind of stuff. But and we'll go out, I'm sure, a couple of nights. Let's see. Valdi, I don't think. Let's see, Johnny. Hello, Anna Brian. And everybody's saying hello. Okay, so that's the basic gist of it. The motorcycle. We'll hear that. Let's hear that lope one more time here. It's like music, isn't it? I mean, is it just me? I guess I'm just weird. I mean, I've been motorcycling, been with that culture since I was a small child. So it's just the simplest things, right? Can make put a smile on my face. I definitely, yeah, I think so. It $780. I mean, if you got to go on, if you go on and put in their Serenity Kochang, because there's more than one Serenity here hotel, it'll come up. They're all like they have little like where Tim and his wife stayed. I think it was 1,000 baht a night, and it included breakfast or something. But most of them are bungalows, and they've added some that are even more expensive, actually right down on the water. But it was like 35,000. I go, no, for that 5 or 6, 7,000 baht, it'll pay for the food, for the. So I'm trying to be a little bit frugal, but yeah, I think so. I think so for sure. Prepare myself, David. 6:35 a.m. here. I'm work cooking my breakfast. Yeah, where are you at, Ann? Got to be the Philippines, right? I'm thinking. Is there that big a time difference here? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Man, I can listen. I should put that on a tape to go to sleep to. And like I said, I could show you guys. I don't know how many people saw the other video, but I'll put that up for a second here. This is just no sound, just walking through it, but very clean. It definitely doesn't have an excessive amount of miles on it. And like I said, I can go look at it in person, which I probably will. My wife's not going to be happy. It's in Khon Kaen. It meets everything except for the 6-speed. It's a 2006. Plenty of horsepower. It's going to be. I'm going to be cruising at 60, 65. Right around 100 kilometers is more than enough. But it definitely pretty much checks all the boxes. And like I said, my wife would rather have that chunk of money sitting in the bank. Me, I'd rather have it out here so I can enjoy it a little bit. And I think I'll probably win because I'm going to be 67, and anything that puts a little joy in the last 10 years of my life, I think I will do. I want to. Like I said, man, I think it looks like he says it's in great shape. And the guy wants me to come there and look at it. And he says, you'll come and look at it, you'll buy it. And he's willing to, negotiate. Hey, Verna, he's willing to negotiate on the price. So I think he'll probably get it in the very low 500s. I think he wants 560 something. So I'm hoping to get it around 500. Would be nice. I don't expect them to, because all the other bikes that I saw you've seen it has a license plate. He has the green book. He has everything. Very hard to find, and they're 650 and up, or you can find maybe one for 600. That's a 2002, a 2001, older. Not exactly what I wanted. I like the road glides. The street glide I like too, a lot. So either one, but they're both expensive. They do have a bike that's very similar I don't know if let's see. It's very similar to mine now. I don't know where it's at, but that's a Dyna, except it's a 6 too. It's an '06. But very similar to mine, except mine came with one seat. That's all it had. And but my wife, like I said, she had 3 back surgeries, and she wasn't going to be doing any riding. She did. She was a sport in Hawaii. Like I said, the last time that we went to Maui, I made the arrangements on the rent a car, and when we got there, it was a bagger, and you get rain there and stuff like that. But she was a trooper, man. I took her on some pretty crappy roads that I wasn't even supposed to be on. We weren't supposed to take the bike around the island, and we jammed back. It was getting dark and starting to rain a little bit, and I was pretty heavy on the throttle. And she was a trooper, man. She definitely would bitch about it later, but she would hang in there. Yeah, hey Ron, how you doing? It's pretty cool. And I don't know what that is. What is 500,000? It's like 16 grand, right? Or 15 grand. Is that, I don't even know what the bikes are. I know the bikes are pretty cheap in the States now, or it seemed cheap to me. I mean, my bike, they say, is only worth like, 9, 10 grand or something. But I don't know what an '06 Street Glide, but I bet you it's got to be up there about the same price, I'm guessing. Yeah, I know. It's just something, And like I said, I understand my wife's logic, but I'm not going to buy the thing and without knowing that she's going to be able to sell it for at least what I bought it for uh, after I'm dead and gone. But like I said, I know she's not going to be happy. But there's certain things that I want. It isn't gonna, like I said, if I get it for right around 500, she'll be able to sell it down the road, no problem. And it isn't gonna depreciate. The only thing I've got, like I said, the biggest problem that I have is the 10 pounds of stuff in a 5 pound bag in this property. And I've got the Scoopy, and I've got the CT 125, and I've got the Himalaya, and I've got the Forza, and my father-in-law's bike, and my wife's Scoopy, 6 scooters, and her car has to fit in there. And now I built 2 roofed structures across the street. The truck is in one of them, the Isuzu. Next to it, I had them build a double wide deal so I can get the trailer in there real easy, and I parked my truck right next to it. And there's also electrical there. And he was supposed to put water in, but he didn't put the water in, which is no big deal. I just sling a hose across the street and fill it up when we're getting ready to go. A lot of people don't do that. They don't want to pull the extra weight, and I don't really care. It doesn't weigh that much. But so I've got 2 now. That lady at any time could sell that property, or do whatever she wants. Although she's an awesome person, and she's offered it for sale. It's too much property for me, and I don't want to spend 3 million. If the property next door on either side of me or in the rear came up for sale for a reasonable amount of money, I might do that. It would be nice to have. Yeah, hire somebody. I'll hire you, Tom. Are you going to come out? When are you coming? Yeah, they do, especially here. I mean, they're and none of them. They all, according to these people, and I don't know if I want to take a shot at 350, 400,000 baht. They have these import documents, and according to more than one person, that it doesn't. You can write it here in Thailand. And I said, without plates or nothing. Yeah, all you got to do is have these papers, and you can write it all over Thailand. And I'm going, I don't want any problems. For the extra 100 or whatever it's going to cost to get it, it'll have a green book. It'll be in my wife's name. I croak. She doesn't have to worry about anything, changing anything or whatever. She'll just be able to do it. So Yeah, I don't think so either. Yeah, I just can't see it. And he might not come down that much. Maybe he'll only come down to 550, 525, whatever the case may be. Anything I think around the 550 mark is still a good price because anything close to that I see out there now is in the very high fives and low sixes, 620, 595, stuff like that. So we'll see. I'll rent a Harley and come up. Hey, you bet. I mean, if they're expensive to rent, man. I'll tell you that. We were when we went on when I went on that epic bike, which was awesome. I hope we do that again with Chuck and Joe and James, Chocolate Man in Thailand, and T and me and a bunch of people. James had originally talked about maybe us all getting Harleys, and the prices that he was coming up with were astronomical. I already had my Forza. He had to get a bike. Mitch had to get a bike. Chuck had to get a bike. Joe had his Forza. Bruce went too. He had his ADV 750, which is an awesome bike. Like I said, the Forza is cool, but that loping, it would be fun. I would probably still use the Forza, maybe not as much, So maybe that'll be my. I just hate to get rid of it, man. It's an awesome scooter. I mean, it's a scooter. I have to say it's a scooter, but is that what it is? 200 USD a day? Yeah, which is a little on the pricey side. But when I come on vacation, when I used to go on vacation anywhere, that was my biggest thing going out, tipping, eating, renting stuff, doing trips and snorkeling. And that was all, didn't matter how much it was, just pay it. That was on vacation. Drinks, it didn't matter. How much is this? No, those words were never uttered. Just bring us a pitcher of margaritas and we want 3 of these trips so it's different when you're on vacation, but here it was kind of, because I think we were gone 7 days, 7 days. So it would have been a little pricey. It would have been what somebody would have spent for damn near half a year on rent on their condo in John TM, right? My wife would never agree with me buying a motorcycle. She's good with the airplane though. Cool. Yeah, you ought to get it. If it's something that you want and can cruise around, why not? Yeah, I know. I don't remember what it was, but I know it was astronomical. It was high. I do remember that. But I agree, holiday just pay. Yeah, and I mean, you don't. If you were going to do something like that, I would come to. John TM, and we could take off out of there and go on a 3-day cruise up in the mountains somewhere or something. Do something like that. That way you wouldn't waste 2 days, getting to and from Surin. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, we were just. I know Chuck's video that I watched this morning. Was that the one where the scooter, he was looking in his rearview mirror and the guy in the rain was just driving and all of a sudden just wiped out? And the streets were wet when I took the Forza to that 361 yesterday. But I don't know. I got a good trust in that bike, and it only has the stock tires on it. Now Joe, he didn't trust his bike at all with stock tires. I don't know if he ever changed them, but there's nothing worse than being on a bike that you can't trust what it's gonna do. That would be a nightmare. I told Joe that. I would definitely change them then, Joe. I don't care if they're brand new or not. If you don't feel comfortable riding on them, I would change them. It's not worth it. But I'm hoping to get together with them again. I don't think Chuck wants to go. He had a great time. I know that, but it's easy to die on them. And if you don't feel comfortable, why do it? I wouldn't. I mean, I hope he would come along and take the car because Chuck's an absolute gas. But Joe and me, I know Mitch would probably go. James would probably go again. A lot of people from this channel probably would want to jump along. I know that T would definitely go. Um, Bad Badger, who met up with us for 1 or 2 days, I can't remember. We went through his where he lives. He lives in an awesome area too. Great guy. He built his house there. Uh, I bet you there'd be 8, 10 people. It was a good time. It was fun. I don't think I'd go for. They wanted to go to an island, and what happened was, I can't remember what island it was. But we were going down that way over by Krabby and stuff, and it wasn't so much It was raining, but we were riding in the rain. If you watch the videos, you could see that. But the roads were flooded out. Now that's a little bit of a problem. So we ended up going to different places. So hopefully they schedule another one. I would definitely be up for that. No doubt. Yeah, it was. It could be, man. If you're not used to riding it, it could be. And why do it? I mean, even if you're like this much nervous about it, why do it? Life's too short. It don't take much, man. Like I said, I used to think that I was Superman and invincible, but after having that tube down my throat for 2 months, being in the hospital for 3 months, and almost dying 10 times, and all of a sudden it was like, oh, I don't think you're indestructible. The human body's rather frail, and if I go down at cruising speed, which is to me is right around 100, 90, something like that. It's just is a nice cruising speed. 120 you can do on the Forza. But when I had the PCX, that bike was awesome. Did I hold it at 100? No. Could I? I could for a little while, but I want to say when I was most of the time I was like at 85, 90. Just boom, go anywhere I wanted to that thing. And now they make them 160, although I haven't tried them. But yeah, it was a fun time, man. It was a good time. Yeah, he knows it. He's driven probably more than I'll ever drive before I die. He's driven since he's been here because he's been everywhere. So it's like he's seen these people and what they're capable of. Like I said, for some reason, ever since I was a kid and almost, I had the bearings fall out of that rigid frame panhead I had after I could have, if it would have went any other place than up my driveway, I'd have been dead. I just had an epiphany that I'm not going to die on a motorcycle. I know it for a fact. And that doesn't mean that I'm not going to fall and hurt myself a little bit, but I'm not going to seriously injure myself on a motorcycle. I enjoy riding. I couldn't imagine not. That's what my wife said. Well, you let me buy the Forza. What did you think I was going to do? Look at it in the driveway, And she didn't want. Well, it worries me when you don't have anybody. That's how I met Chuck. I knew Joe from getting interviewed, and then I asked Joe. I said, when Chuck's coming up, he doesn't know me from Adam. I said, could I ask him if I could tag along on the leg from from Korat to you? And Chuck said yes. I tell him I'm not a stalker or anything. And when I went there, and from the first time I met the man, just a stand up guy, no doubt. And I wouldn't, So then, but on the way home, she freaked out. I went almost 12 hours straight through from Pachuap Currycon to Surin. But I really enjoy riding. So, I told her, I said, I might as well lay over and die. If I'm not going to get the wind in my face and be on two wheels, there's no real reason for me to hang out on this planet here. Besides you, her. But you haven't ridden since '83, so I don't think. Yeah, flying's still fun. Yeah, I would definitely get a plane, no doubt. Enjoy yourself, man. Like I said, life's too short. We're not guaranteed anything. I'm not guaranteed to wake up in the morning. That's why I said with the bike, she's still going to get it. She's still going to get the bike and sell it and do whatever she wants. And I don't know, even if you thought of it, so even if you lose, 50,000 baht, it's still 450,000. It's a lot of money, especially to people here in Thailand. And plus, everything will be pretty much paid off, and she gets my retirement when I croak, probably close to almost 1.5 to double what she makes working for the government now. So she's set up. Like I said, I go to bed at night with a big smile on my face, knowing if I don't wake up, everybody in my Thai family's taken care of, and my family back home, everything is set up also. So, it would be a joy for me, I think, to have that. Should we listen to the listen to the sound once more? Let's see. Let's see. One more time. He's even got some. That must be the radio on the bike playing. It's got a CD player. Anybody got any CDs they can send me here in Thailand? It's got a CD player on it, but I'm sure I'm gonna put when I get it, I'll put that Apple Play or whatever CarPlay on it, and it's not Apple Play because it's Android, whatever. It's Android based. It looks exactly like your phone. It's awesome. And like I said, I know that there's some people. I get really good views on the Forza stuff. It's the biggest video I got. I think it's 20,000 views or something. I don't get that. I get like 100, 200, 300 if it's really people are really watching. But I don't do that many videos. But a lot of people, because of that, watch. Like I did that one on that, and I think it's above 350. And I want to go back on and let people know that, because if you have multiple bikes, you just buy the ball mount, and $10 or something, especially here in Thailand. $10 to put it on there, and if you've got a USB, it's simple as undoing, and boom, under 5 minutes, and you're off riding. Like if you've got a dirt bike and you've got a street bike, you can put it on anything you want, and the visibility of the screen is outstanding. They made it that way. It's made for a motorcycle. It's waterproof, and that actual part clips out of that hood. Just a little thumb screw in the back, and you pull it out and put it in your suitcase, or take it in your hotel, and you don't have to worry about that. I wouldn't really worry about it too much here in Thailand anyway. And I don't remember. I think I brought up the price on it. It was right around 5,000 baht, I think, or something, $160 or something. So I think it's well worth it. So I want to get the video out. I would have just sat down and did a talking head video, but I wanted to get a picture of the screen in full sun, riding down the highway, and give my 2 cents on it. And like I said, what the deal is, and what I heard, and what the biggest complaint was in these $1,000 phones, iPhones and the Samsungs and whatever, that vibration of it being mounted on your handlebar, even if you've got that turn deal, which I do with the vibration eliminator deal on it, it can screw with your stabilization on your cameras in your $1,200 phone. So this way, it would pick it up. It was in my back box, my top box, in my little black. If you ever seen me, I got a little black purse that I carry with me. Anyway, it was inside there, and it connected. So and that's all I do in the truck. I throw it down underneath, because this is the 8, so it's got that whatever charging, and in the truck underneath the whole display, that big giant touchscreen is a charger, a wireless charger. So I lay it down there. It comes up and it shows me the state of charge in my phone. But on the bike, awesome. Let's see. What did I miss here? You can tell Chuck's is straight up. Yeah, if you meet him, you'll figure it out. Like I said, I don't know. I've met a bunch of good people here, and he's right up there. Joe's right up there. Mick's right up there. Everybody that I met have been stand-up people, so, but yeah, Chuck's one of the good guys for sure. Do a bike meetup at, yeah, I'll go that way. Yeah, is he still listening, or is he get off it and go to the pond? Yeah, I do. Any, especially if I've got the harmony on the Forza. Don't get me wrong, I still love that scooter, that bike, but that sound that I just played, and the actual deal, because you got to figure I've had Harley since I was 16 and a half, and started out with a 1200 Sportster with a big ass freaking girder on it, and struts, because I wanted it rigid. And that's how sick we were back then. You took the shocks off and put a piece of metal in there so nothing moves. So you felt everything, and had that only for about 6 or 8 months, something like that. I was 17, I think, a little over 17 we built the Panhead, and got the Panhead, and that was awesome. I wish I'd have kept that, but anyway, but I've had them all my whole life, and so I don't know. We'll see. I know my wife's not going to be happy. Hope she's not watching this live stream. She's got to be busy. Used to dance too. Yeah, I mean, is that the bike for sale there? Yeah, that's the one. This other, the one without the sound, is I think gives you a little better idea of what it looks like. Can I go full screen? Yeah, it's a little bigger, and get me out of there. You don't want to look at me anyway. But and I think that one does have sound, but it's nothing. But like I said, he said it's immaculate. He says and I always had problems if I was selling something, telling somebody that the condition it was in, and then them coming to the house and being embarrassed, rolling out some piece of shit and saying, and have the guy kind of look at me. I would never do that. And I think most people are that way, I believe. So I I would I would I would really be surprised if I go there and I look at it and it's not even close to what that picture said. My 99 Road King sounds similar, though, I think it's Italian. Fuel injected system. I can't remember the name. Yeah, and I'm almost positive that Lope in there, he's got some. I think he's probably got a Screaming Eagle cam. He's got a Screaming Eagle cover on the carburetor. I'm sure he probably has that on there, and it looks like maybe he's got Screaming Eagle heads. I don't know for sure. I haven't asked him. It's not big. I don't really care. But the Lope in there, it seems like it's got a little cam in it. Mine first was a 250 Yamaha, then a 69 BSA, then a 76 Sportster. Yeah, it was. Mine was a mini bike with a Briggs & Stratton 3.5, a Taco 66 or 33. I don't remember. God, that's sad that I can't remember that. When I was real young. And then when I was about, I was in junior high school, and George, my friend, and a couple other people, we got old Honda 90s, the black ones. I forget what they are. The S with the silver, black and silver gas tank, and the regular fork tube front ends. And I think I told you guys stories about that. We had it over his house. His dad was a mechanic guy. We didn't know what we were doing, but we pulled the cam out and brazed them up and filed them, and had no idea. We measured them and stuff to know where we were at. And it took 8-10 tries to get something that was gave us a little more horsepower. And we ran 3/4 inch galvanized pipe for exhausts. And I had that bike for a while. Like I said, my mom had to come to the school, and your son rode his loud bike and parked it in the bike rack. You can't do that. So she had to come down to the school and come into my classroom, get me out of there, and escort me. But I was always that way when I was younger. And then after that, I want to say that I did get the 350 Hondas. I had a 305 Dream. Then I got a 350 Honda, and I still have one sitting in the States, completely there, 1969, 1970, 1969 or 70, 350, CB 350. Needs to be completely redone. I started it up. I bought it when my wife was going through all the stuff with the cancer shit. And it came up on there, brought back a bunch of memories. I was in there one day. I said, I'm gonna go buy this thing, and I'll rebuild it and bring it back. Well, her passing away and everything else, it just got shoved in the garage. But it's still there in Northern California. But a 350 CB, we all had them. We were the king of the Honda 350s. There was about 5 or 6 of us running around the San Fernando Valley, and then shortly after that, I got that Sportster, and then after that, it was all Harleys. And I've had a bunch of Panheads and Shovelheads and a bunch of bikes, but all Harleys. I got a 97. I don't know, man. I kind of dug my Sportster. I had an AMF one too. It was a real piece of work. But a lot of people bitch about AMF and what they did, and the bikes were ugly, but they basically saved Harley Davidson as far as I'm concerned. But am I glad that it's back in Harley Davidson? I don't know, man. Some of these futuristic bikes, I just started looking again, and some of these bikes that they're coming out with, this 48 and these other ones that don't even look like Harleys, look like they're water cooled or something, So you're getting completely away from. Well, I guess they're trying to stay in the market. I don't know. Hey, Louis, how you doing? Glad you could make it. But I don't know. So, like I said, I think this is probably the one that I'm going to end up with, or something very similar in that price range. Like I said, she's not going to be happy. She'll get over it. It's going to be hers when I die, and she'll probably end up selling it and dispersing the money amongst the family anyway. But I don't know that. My wife likes to have she likes to save everything, and she likes what she does with the community. She has a good time, but she's not gonna like it. But I don't know. I'm 67, man. I should be able to die with a little bit of a smile on my face, and maybe touching or listening to that loping that I can listen to one more time. One more time, just to let's see. I got to take off the sound. There we go. Can I make that? That one is bigger. All right, let's go. Let's see. Will she ride? No, I don't think so. She rides on the. Well, she did ride on the Forza. She might. She doesn't feel real secure on the scooters, and but she did. We went when I first came here. I'm trying to think of the gentleman's name. He was a YouTuber here in Surin, and I can't remember his name. Something Thailand. God, I can't remember. Really a nice guy. I went and met him and his wife, and we took a ride there. It was up by the Elephant Village, and I went up there, and she went on the bike with me there. And a couple of times we went out, and she's went with me. But like to take a ride somewhere, like even to Ubon, I doubt it. Yeah, they did love that. Yeah, they saved that company as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, I know. I should incorporate that in there somewhere. Maybe I'll wait till I get the actual bike, and then I'll put it in that new intro for the for the for the videos. I gotta try to do that. God, it's already been an hour and a half. You guys just sit here and ramble. I ramble. What did you say, Louis? Patea? So you're coming in 24. I got to definitely, and I'll be there this time, come hell or high water. I'll probably take the bike to Pattaya, and my wife won't like that either. But she'll get over it. She's a good port. She just wants me to live forever, man. I'm just like, I don't know about a lot of people out there, but boy, when I hit 60, I think was when I really started to go, God damn, I'm old. And now I'm going to be 67. It's like, so the little things that I can enjoy, because I can still ride. I mean, I don't know a year or two from now if I'm going to be able to ride anymore. Who knows? I don't know. But I'm definitely, I don't know. We'll see. You guys will be the first to know whether I got it. I've been listening while watching Thursday. Who's playing? I haven't followed any football or anything since I've been here. It's kind of pathetic. But yeah, I'm looking for. I got to get to Pattaya again anyway. I know Mitch is up in your stomping grounds now, Lewis. He's in. He should have landed. He should be in Seattle. I haven't seen it too. I saw it come up, but I haven't watched it. How come that didn't? The Chiefs in Detroit. Okay. I haven't watched it either. I have to watch it. So don't tell me what it is. Shows a Delta 5 fuel injection on 200. Yeah, and that sounds about right. They are fuel injected, and the only thing is they're a smaller cubic inch than my 08. In 08, I think they went to the 6-speed pretty much. I think some of the 07s and some of the models had the 6-speed, and they went to a larger cubic inch. But like I said, man, it's plenty. I mean, you drive an old flathead or an old knucklehead, the small one, stuff like that, and then you can talk about something being a little bit underpowered. But they're just nothing like those bikes. I was actually looking at the one. There's one on, I think it's on Marketplace. That is let's see. Let me do this. I think it's on. Let me put in here. TTT. I think it's close to 1 million baht is one of the reasons, but it is an aftermarket bike. Let's see if I can find it. There is maybe it's gone. Maybe it's sold. I don't see it. How come? Man, maybe he sold it. There was two of them. There was a flathead, I think, on there, and there was this yellow panhead, but I think it was right at 900 or something like that. But it was like a recreation, a definite, looked almost like true to life suicide shift on it and everything. But I don't see it on here. I guess it's let me just put in Harley panhead, because that's what I put before instead of Harley Davidson. You guys can't see me. I'm actually on another page. Let's see. There's an old Shovelhead 77. Huh. I guess the guy took it down, or maybe he sold it. Here's, I don't know what this one is. What is this one? He's just selling parts. Here's 780. It's it says it's a WL 750, and it's calling it as a 70. They want 780,000 for it. Is it a? No, it looks like it's got a clutch on it. I don't see a mousetrap on it. It's an older bike, but kind of cool looking. But I don't know. That other panhead I was semi thinking about, but It was just, I think it was 960 or something. That's way too rich for my blood. Let's see. Will she ride with you? I took my wife and daughter 1 year old on the Ultra. She loved it. Yeah, the kids like it. Been listening. Okay, I saw that. Logan, sorry we didn't see that. Saw that. I always lost power with the straight pipes, but stayed stock on the baggers. The soft tails had straight pipes. Yeah, I had 2-inch straights on my panhead. Actually, they went back into fishtails, but they were louder than shit. But Ron's asking who's ahead. Yeah, I haven't watched any. I don't know. I'm gonna get some TV. I'm missing NASCAR and football. I'd like to watch a little bit of it, but I don't meet up with anybody um, here, especially now. I don't because I don't think Bobby's a sports guy. I don't know if Andrew is or not. I know Tim is, but Tim's in Udon, so he hasn't up and cup yet. Fried pork. That's pretty awesome. And good. Thank you. You can pour over. Yeah, pour. I'll pour it over you. Yeah. Thank you. I got new ice. Thank you. Let's see. Wow, 21. So close one. Yeah, I think they do. A lot of people say no, they don't believe it. I'll tell you what, I can attest to at least 20 times that I would have been dead. And all it took was a clutch in and wham. And it was a lot easier when I was on. I put a mousetrap on my panhead. And it at least 20 that I can just off the top of my head, and it was probably more than that. But there's people out there, oh, that doesn't make a difference, and it's just too damn loud, and no, I'd rather be alive. Still like to watch you and Jamie. Yeah, I know you got to be doing a live stream soon, I would imagine. It was a random food tent I just like most of the things. Who's spoiled? Me or somebody else? Let me take it. What time is it? Yeah, it's already 2. I don't know if the nephew. Hopefully, the nephew's here because it's going to be a big task for me to get those barbecues up on the roof. Either that, or I'll have them come in the morning and do it. I'd like to have it all set up today. It's going to be okay. So you will. We'll do a live stream tomorrow. If you want to put in here what time, West Coast time, Thai time, by all means, stick it in, Logan. Yeah, man, we can trade stories about pipes. Yeah, for sure, man. There's not a doubt in my mind. It definitely saved me. And like I said, that's what I was trying to say earlier. That I've been lucky on bikes that when I had that premonition and that kind of stuff. But all my life on a motorcycle, I had in certain situations in bars and stuff like that. I could tell what's going to come down, like this guy's going to cut me off. This guy's going to do this. This guy's going to do that. 99% of the time, I had a pretty good idea on what was going to happen with people around me. So probably kept me alive, obviously, quite a few times. But I believe strongly in it too, and it's not something that I believe in it. So, mountain is that mountain something time. So whatever was 2 hours ago in Thailand. Okay, 2 hours ago would have been 10, 9, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. because it's 10:08, 8 o'clock Thai time, a.m., 8 a.m. Thai time. Yeah, really nice. I can show that again for people that didn't see it. There's the now let me take the comment out of the way there. So that's that. And then, like I said, they pretty much have they should have all the tile down. We're going, like I said, we're doing a pizza party and barbecue tomorrow. A week from tomorrow, we're going back to Ubon. And I'm going to say by the time we get there, they should have 99% of the floors and painting and all that kind of stuff done. Maybe setting toilets and plumbing and exhaust for the kitchen, cooktop. They should be 95% done inside. Now, outside, I don't know what they're painting, and I don't know how many people they have, working there. But definitely kicking it. That's for sure. I'm always amazed every time he sends me something. I'm in amazement. Okay. Mountain Daylight Time is what they call it. They called it Mountain Standard Time during the daylight savings time of the year. Weird. Yeah, they've been talking about getting rid of daylight savings for, I don't know, ever since I was a kid. Is anything happening with that? I know our time never changes here in Thailand, right? And I haven't noticed. Of course, I'm retired, so I probably wouldn't notice anyway. Let's see. What's Ron saying? Same awareness for me, Dave, until she got me. I saw the last minute and said, "Oh shit!" Let's read. Yeah, it's very easy to die. That's no doubt. Could it happen? It could happen to anybody at any time, except I don't believe it's going to happen to me. Maybe I'm just being. It doesn't matter if I get hit and I die, right? It's just my wife is just really. She wants me to hang for a while, which I kind of like my life. I wouldn't mind hanging around. But like I said, Buffett is he's probably in a lot better shape than I was, and he went at 10 years older than me, 76. So I don't know. Like I said, man, live life to the max. Enjoy everything you could do. Retire 2 minutes earlier than you think you can retire if you can. And I'm being facetious, if you can retire a year earlier, retire a year earlier. And only if you can, only if everything's in place and you've got the money and you're not, doing it on a whim, by all means, don't do that. But, and of course, like I said, come and check out Thailand if you're watching the channel for the first time. Come for 3 months to 6 months is what I suggest. And, you can live here on under $2,000, 18, 16, 15. Depends on your lifestyle, pretty much. But you can have a good life here at a reasonable price. Yeah, I bet. That's the hard part, is the family. I got a little bit of an ear. I got a tooth that is acting up, and I had a little bit of water in that ear, and I had a little bit of a problem. That's why I pop my ears. It makes it feel better. Let's see. And I saw that. Okay, I guess I'm caught up. It's been an hour and 40 minutes. Wow, you guys are awesome. You guys are still 13 hanging out. Let's see. What else do we have? I don't know. I think that's about it. When I get done here, I've got to clean the pond filters in the back. I've got to somehow figure out how to get the barbecues up on the roof and the pizza oven and the table. and the ice chest refrigerator box that I've got that you saw when I was camping. I'm going to use that to keep the stuff upstairs cold while I'm making the pizzas, so I don't have to have it leaving out because it's hot here in Thailand. I've got to get over to Macro and buy tomatoes and mozzarella and cheese and fake crab and some shrimp and some ham, and I had, sad to say, some pineapple. My wife's a fanatic with pineapple, so are they all. They all like it. Ham. I've got a list started, and charcoal briquettes because I wanted to try that via Logan. Maybe get a base of those, and then lump charcoal. Pick up a bunch of lump charcoal on the way back from Macro. Get everything set up. And I think that's about it. I was going to do the once over on the trailer, make sure it's ready to go so I don't have any problems with that. But it's a lot for me because I'm used to like doing this and then going and laying in bed for an hour or two. But I don't see him mulling around here, so I'm going to probably guess that he's not here. Did he? I didn't even know that. I didn't cause of death. I didn't know. His death hit me hard. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I told the story of. I remember back. One of my cousins, the older than me lady, female, and my aunt's daughter, second oldest, and she was like 7 years. She is 7 years older than me, and I was like her baby because we're both born on the 22nd of December. So as soon as I was born, this is my baby. So anyway, I was her godfather to her one and only, and actually went through Lamaze and stuff with her. So anyway, we're close. And when we were kids, she used to pack it up and go to what was it in Colorado, where they did all the skiing, the big party town, and she would work there during the season as a waitress, making $300, $400, $500 a night in the place. I forget the name of it. Anyway, we were sitting around. She was telling this story one time. He said, "Man, you got to listen to this guy." We came out and there was this big tent right down the street from the bar that she worked in, a restaurant or whatever it was, and there was like 150 people in there. We went in and the guy was just awesome, and it was him. And then of course, few years later, everybody, of course, he was a common name back then. 100 people in a tent, and God, I wish I could remember the Colorado, but yeah, it was an awesome story. And it hit me too, man, because you want to know, these people are around our ages. And when they start to go, it starts to make us question things, right? What kind do you know? Oh, skin. Yeah. Wow. Probably been being in the sun all the time, right? I don't have to worry about that. Of course, when I was riding and stuff, I had a lot, but I don't know. Hopefully I don't. I like I said, I dreamt and had dreams that, in a doctor's office, yes, Mr. Clark, you have small cell lung cancer and you've got 6 months to live. So I've lived that many times in my dreams, and lucky enough, I haven't heard those words from a doctor, but I saw my wife go, and like I said, if I do get a terminal cancer, I won't take anything. If I do get something that can be cured, I probably will. But man, I seen them just tear her down to nothing, and it just isn't something that I would want to subject my wife now to, or put myself through. But if they have a good, like with leukemia and with that now at Stanford, they have a very high success rate for younger people. That bone marrow transplant is like. She had the problem was she was 60 and she was just not in good health. My wife was a sickly, you've heard me talk before. She was a 60-year-old in a 95-year-old body. She already had both hips replaced, total hysterectomy at 34 back surgeries, a bunch of different other surgeries that off the top of my head, skin lupus, anything that you could have or get, the poor woman had to endure. But I don't know, but it's a horrible way to go, I'll tell you, and it isn't very easy on the people sitting there watching you. Not that I cared, my wife was dying, but she made it easier for me. If she would have been, like I said, I see the woman, she had one tear, and every time I asked her, because she was religion and religious and stuff, you in any pain? Nope. You scared? Nope. I couldn't even get the words out because I know where I'm going, And she was more worried. She told my sister-in-law afterwards, and my sister-in-law, or afterwards, told my sister-in-law, and then after she passed, my sister-in-law told me that she was more worried about me, being by myself, what was going to happen. That's why, again, I'm a firm believer that she helped my wife now, and my wife's a firm believer that she helped get us together. And like I said, I have to agree, because this one here, out of the multitude of women that I ran with from when I was a kid, was a good one, and was with her for almost a little over 30 years. So otherwise, all the women that I picked were, dancers and topless joints. And, I just didn't have a very good, I wasn't very good at picking someone to be with, put it that way. Aspen. Yeah, you got it. You got it, Ron. Aspen, Colorado. That was it. Eastern, looking for Keys Margarita. Yeah, just excellent music out of the man. And I think back about, makes me think about other things. All these people that passed, that the music that, and I'm talking about younger, now, but that can you imagine Jimi Hendrix, what music he would have made? Janis Joplin, who else? In Buddy Holly, all these guys that went, Rich Valley, I mean, the music that they could have made is just, my brain explodes when I think about the music that some of these people could have made. But you went to his bar in Jamaica. Very cool. That's one place I've never been that I'd like to go. Willie's still kicking. Yeah, no shit, right? That's because he's smoking weed. Of course, I'm sure Buffett did too. Most of the people do. Like I said, I'm a big advocate, like of hemp, of ganja, whatever you want to call it. Do I think smoking it's a good thing? No, not a good thing to smoke anything. But ingesting it and edibles and all that kind of stuff, especially if you got cancers or different ailments, they haven't even scratched the surface on what that plant is going to be able to do. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't see any of that stuff either. I didn't. Well, I didn't look for it. I mean, he was dead, and it didn't really dawn on me. Although most of the time it's like, what did they die of? What did they die of? But for some reason with Buffett, I didn't. Yeah, Jim Croce. Yeah, a lot of. Could you imagine? I couldn't. I couldn't even. Jagger's coming out with a new album. I just couldn't imagine the music. That was lost. Lost in that. But yeah, only edibles. I think it's. I think it's a smart choice. Like I said, for years and years and years, they just subdued any kind of testing and everything because they didn't want, to find out. I mean, the government had testing going on, and when they found out that tumors were shrinking and stuff, they stopped all the, put a stop to it all. Now they don't have any choice. They're the stuff that it can do with breast cancer and everything. They, like I said, they haven't. And the worst part about it is the Egyptians knew that it had medicinal purposes, and that's what they used it for. But yet we're so stupid. We could, like, even in the States, we're so stupid that we can let synthetic morphine and all these drugs, no problem. Doctors can pass them out all day long. But to legalize hemp or marijuana or ganja, whatever you want to call it, in the United States for medical only had to fight and pull teeth to do that. How stupid is that? So to give somebody that's dying a choice between using something that the pharmaceutical companies are going to come up with to try to use something else to even ease their nausea or whatever, it's the pharmaceutical companies. They can't patent the plant, so they they don't want anybody. Can you imagine if they found a cure for cancer? How much money the pharmaceutical companies would lose in treatments and painkillers and everything else? I couldn't even imagine, but they will someday. I don't know if it'll be in. Excuse me, my nose is always itches. In my lifetime, but they're going to. We're going to be awfully amazed at what that plant can do, and I'm still not completely um, um, set on whether it's in the cannabinoids or the I don't think it is. I think it is. I mean, I don't think it's in the high part, just a good part of the drug, right? A little side effect of trying to get well, but we'll see. If they can't make money, then yeah, try to suppress it. Imagine that. Government? No, they wouldn't do that. Just amazing, Like I said, they want to fight it to make it at 100% legal, like they have in a lot of the places in the United States. Hey, by all means, that teach their own. You want to let liquor out there that killed a bunch of people that I know, then go ahead. And there's no way they can stop that either. But I just, like I said, it just didn't make any sense to me on the medical side of it. Why? Why are you fighting this? Didn't make any sense. All right, let's see. I think I've talked about everything. We've gotten most death stuff out of the way. We've gotten the weed stuff out of the way. What I'm doing in my life out of the way. And it's creeping up on 2 hours. I think I'll go 7 minutes. We'll roll it into 2 hours. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Same thing with big oil. Do they have stuff out there that can run on water? Probably. Are they gonna push that through? No. The world goes around. Especially, could you imagine the Middle East? What would happen to them if all of a sudden we could run everything on solar and water? That they would go completely under. They'd just be a giant mess, which they already are. But at least I wouldn't have to watch them dancing around and doing whatever they want to do with billions and billions of dollars controlling the price of fuel. Doesn't excite me. I'll probably lose some people. Actually, we've been kind of creeping up. I think 12 or 20 people, new subscribers this month on Got to Love Thailand. On the trailer trash, I haven't done too many videos, but I've been putting these live streams through to that too. I don't know if it makes a difference. It's not a monetized channel, so I don't think it really makes a difference. But I think it's been staying. Well, I can check it. Hold on, I got it here. Let me go to studio. And not staying the same. 100. It was 136. It's now 135. So we lost one subscriber, but I'll get once we get going on it. I think that channel will actually do well. We'll see. So yeah, like I said, I can't. I'm looked at Tommy's thing again with only edibles. I think that's just it's just a common sense, and it should have been common sense to me. But at how old was I? 14, started smoking. 14, I think. 12, I don't know. I was young, but I would have hoped, but I obviously wasn't smart enough to figure that out. But I remember when they started printing all the stuff, and smoking causes cancer, And the biggest thing that cracked me up was I actually on TV, I was young, I watched the Surgeon General get out there and go that cigarette smoking may be addictive. No shit. That was hey Joe. Thank you. I appreciate it, Joe. You're the man. She gets excited over that. She's really excited over what you guys give. I mean, she hey she digs it. But I was like, God, this guy's a genius. All you gotta do is smoke and realize that it's addictive. But yeah, I mean, it was the hardest thing I ever had to kick. Got to figure from 12, 13. I don't think I was 12 or 13. So for 50 years, right? 50, 60, yeah. So 62, 63. 50 years I smoked cigarettes. And when I stopped, it was 3 packs a day. 3 packs a day of cigarettes. So that's why I think I had those dreams about small cell lung cancer. Lions one, okay. But, it, I feel a lot better. Like I said, I don't really Jones for the cigarettes. I haven't, maybe once or twice a year. I want to say, God, it'd be nice to have a cigarette right about now. But knowing that I could, that it will kill me, and the ability that I'm at breathing wise compared to that I was 3 years ago, before I went in the hospital. I mean, I couldn't do this. I'd maybe get a quarter of that, and now I can actually get a breath of air. So Maui was cheerleading for the Lions. Let's see. Is everybody saying hi? What did Andrew say? My mom said she heard me praying at dinner when I was little. Winston tastes good like a cigarette. Shit. Yeah, I was because I think most of us back in the day started with whatever dad or mom smoked, right? My dad's were Winston non-filters or Camels, Lucky Strikes. I think he bought mostly whatever was cheaper. He didn't really have a brand per se. And then he got he was trying to save money, obviously, and got a cigarette rolling machine. That was a pain in the ass trying to steal cigarettes and roll them, and it was a nightmare. It was much better when he had them in the pack. But boy, they were strong deals. Mostly Marlboros. Last Marlboro, 1986. Good for you. I want to say mine was well, you heard my story. I could barely breathe when she was trying to get me in to the hospital and they shoved the tube down my throat. I was smoking cigarettes and going, what a moron. But anyway, thank God for my wife. Like I said, if it wouldn't have been for her, I'd have been dead. There's no doubt, because I would have been in Kamala. I would have been in that little house that I would have had. I wouldn't have went to the doctor. I said, oh, it'll be all right. I'll just lay here. And I would have died on the floor there. And, 2-3 weeks or however long it takes for a body to start stinking, about 3 days. Somebody would have went, where's Dave? And that would have been the end of it, and even if I would have been in the States. So her coming into my life was freaking awesome. And I thank her every day and every breath that I take. She's an extraordinary lady. And again, I think I'll go out on that note. It's 2 hours. All right. My dad had Pall Malls. I remember that. And Cool Menthol ripped off the Cool Menthol filter. Yeah. Menthols were far and few between around me. 46 years was Chesterfield. Yeah. All those brands. Like I think the old man bought whatever was on sale that week or whatever. As I remember going in on the way to school, junior high school, at the laundromat, there was a cigarette machine with the pull deals. And I want to say they were 25 cents, because I think all I needed was one coin. It may have been 35, but I'm almost positive it was 25 cents. Roll it in there. Anybody could buy them anytime they wanted. Just go in there on the way. Of course, they got rid of those. But Yeah. Walk a mile in my shoes. Uh, wow. Yeah, thank Tony. I have to thank her too, Ron. Every day, every day. Nitnoy is the one, and this one, and Noni, both. They made me the person that I am today, and I have a blessed life. I got no complaints. All right, okay. VFW. All right, everybody. Let's see. First, I have to go here and find my outro and tell everybody Richard from Richard Travels is the one that did both the intro and the outro for my live stream and the intro for my new one that I kind of put up that I'm gonna mess around with a little bit and come up with a new one for that and for Trailer Trash. But Richard, thank you very much. Richard Travels. If you guys aren't subscribed, please do yourself a favor. A lot of old videos, a lot of people that are 100,000 subscribers and above. People were on his show, including me at 2,000 or back then. I don't even think I was at. Was I at 1,000? I might have been over 1,000. I might have been monetized, but just a good guy. So I appreciate that. And I want to thank everybody. First, I'll say, because everybody says I need to say this, if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. We have fun here. We've got a good, tight-knit family. Everybody are good people that are here, and we have fun. So please do. And for all my subscribers, you guys are top-notch. I want to thank everybody for watching, and have a great morning, afternoon, or evening. Let me get over here. And I'll catch you on the next one.